Hey, y'all, what up? Peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body until we're naturally alive, man. So, yeah, man, I want to get into this too, because this goes into I got whole Lord willing, I'm gonna do even. We're gonna talk about this even more, man. How like the Most High in your house shall yoke is even light, man. Let's get Matthew 11 real quick, man, because and today's the Proverbs. Today's the 31st, man. So I was finished up reading Proverbs 31, but I want to get into the other aspect of of this, man. Like it's not gonna be no, it's gonna get into it. Matthew 11, real quick. Matthew 11, we're gonna talk about it real quick. Matthew 11 and verse is okay, I'm marked. Matthew 11 verse and verse 30. He says, For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So yeah, his yoke is easy, his burden is light. Yeah, so the yoke is light, man, pretty much, man. So I wanna get into this, man, because like reading Proverbs 31, it goes into the virtues woman, virtuous wife, like a faithful wife to the Most High in your house, shine into her husband, and that's another thing too, man. And that just goes into like that Proverbs with the other one. Proverbs goes into shout out to brother from Send Me a Firstborn too, because listen, man, because listen, let's read this, man. Just let's go and read Proverbs 31 real quick in real quick. You know what? Let's just grab it in the Good News Translation real quick. Let's grab this real quick because it's going to tie into what we did, the measures of faith in Romans 12. It's going to tie into that. It says Proverbs chapter 30 31 in what you call them and 30 and 29 in the Good News Translation. He said, "Many women are good wives, but you are the best of them all." So yeah, man, what's that going into too as well? Just like the Proverbs 31. Listen, not every just because it's not like let's say naturally don't have a Proverbs 31 wife. That doesn't mean there's good wives. That doesn't mean listen, not every there's just because a woman isn't Judith, Naomi, or Abigail or Susanna doesn't mean she's not a good wife, good faithful wife to the Most High house, and just a good wife. Same thing Jeremiah 6:2 things. Same thing spiritually as well, man. Just because listen, they had certain prophets, certain men didn't have or don't have the faith of Yahushua or Abraham or Job or David or even Moses or whatever. That's because that doesn't make Isaiah anything less than Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Jonah, Tobit, Sirach, Haggai, Zechariah, Joshua. Joshua had, you could put in faith too in there too, but just because they did this not on work, they had that doesn't mean make them any. It's all different measures with the Most High house shall give. So there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, there's really nothing wrong with that too. Just because that's why that Deuteronomy 6 and Shema, like the brother said from somebody firstborn, man, because it's different measures, man. That's why, men had to be built up. Honestly, people had to be built up because not everybody. And shout out to brother sent me the first one because he mentioned this in the in this class, the video the other day. He said, "Listen, man, it's not. It's this walk, man. It's not just about me, man. It's not about it's not about you because the next person might not be as spiritually as strong as you are, man. That's why your house I said what to Peter, strengthen your brother, because that's either in the word or out the word, man. Because listen, just because it's a man doesn't mean he's mentally strong. They have to be built up, honestly, man. Have to be built and trained up in that, man. And and that's gotta be, and honestly too, you gotta be fine with whatever that you gotta let people be them, man. You gotta let people whatever measure that person has, that's the most measure that the Most High house I gave them. Okay, it's just not a bad thing, because that's why that Deuteronomy 6 says this. Yeah, and that's why, too. I was talking about, even I'm still guilty of this. Even before I came to war, even still in the war as well. But even my brother's talking about this, too, because he's in the arts. He struggles with this as well. And that also, too, a lot of people struggle with this now, especially with the age, the internet and social media age. Living comparatively now, that's what it is. And a lot of times, too, that's not even the things that the people are comparing themselves to is not even really like that. But we're gonna grab this too. Then I'm gonna grab Sirach forward. This real quick. It says, Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter even Yahushua quoted this as well. It says, "And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, with all thy mind." So see, yeah, all thy heart, all thy soul, with all thy mind. Yeah, because this is all your heart, all your soul. Yeah, it's whatever the measure the Most High Yahushua gave you, man. So let's Sirach 4 real quick, just not go into like living comparatively, man, because it happens. Like even that happened with David in Psalm 73. Like he said, "Listen, the wicked is prospering things of that nature." But then what did he say at the end? Listen, but if I do this one, I'm offending my forefathers. I'm offending my ancestors, like they came before me, because they had it much worse than me. Just like Judith was talking about, man. That's what that Lamentations 3:39 is real quick. What does the living man do but complain? Like listen, like every time I complain things of that nature, like listen. You gotta realize it could be much worse, man. Because that's what whole Judith 8 was about. She said, "Listen, we're not being because during that time they was getting a drought." But she said, "Listen, we're not even getting tried to like how Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob did, or like the rest of our forefathers. If we read on down that chapter, or like listen, Mosai took Ezekiel's wife from him and told him not to feel anything about it, and also too Isaiah had to be had to be naked for 3 years. I mean, I know if we go into it, I think they said he wasn't probably like really butt naked, but he was really just unclothed. He went through that with 3 years in Egypt, or but you think, but how Shai went through, what David went through, Moses went through. So yeah, man, that's just another thing about it too. But going back to the point, man, not living comparatively, man. This is where you in the word, out the word, man. It's not really conducive. I get it, but it happens sometimes. But that's the Most High House. I said, what, envy not sinners, or even says in the Sirach, says the same thing. But yeah, here it is, Ecclesiastes chapter 44 and verse 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. So yeah, man, that's going to living comparatively. But yeah, that's just is what it is too. But I just wanted to point that out real quick, because it's kind of not going into what we talking about. Well, it was going to more of Proverbs 31, and I actually forgot what we was going into. But let's just get to the point, man, because because Proverbs 31 tells about a faithful and good, like creme de la creme wife, like 10 out of 10 top shelf wife, that type of wife on the top shelf, like creme de la creme, like the best of the best. But I want to talk about this, man, because it's talking about it's just talking about like Yahushua said, man. Listen, his words are spirit, because like we talked about yesterday, man. Just because not only talking about natural women, but also that Jeremiah 6:2. It says, listen, evil. It's going. We going back to the how Yahushua's yoke is like, man. That's what we told. Yeah, that's what we. I was going to go into. We were going talking about again. It says, listen, an evil wife yoke is shaken to and fro, and that he hath hold of her as though he had held a scorpion. Yeah. So it's Ecclesiastes, also in Sirach 26:7. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, and he that has hold of her is as though he has held a scorpion. So yeah, what's it going to, man? It's going to an unfaithful wife, man. Let's go Jeremiah 6:2, man. And then it's all about we're gonna go into it more, more of the doctrine, man. How Yahushua's doctrine is like, man, like the grace and truth and peace, the new covenant, the testimony of him, man. It's all but let's get this too, because it says it's shaken to and fro. Let's get Jeremiah 6:2 real quick. It says, I have likened the daughter Zion unto comely and delicate woman. Yeah, and we're supposed to be married to the Most High Yahushua, man. But that said that evil wife is it's shaking to and fro. So yeah, let's grab this too, man, because we're gonna go Ephesians real quick, man. Then we're gonna do that. Yeah, because it all ties into the doctrine, doctrine. It says Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 14. It says, it's all going to how Yahushua's doctrine is like too as well. Like, and he go, and yeah, because I'm gonna grab this too. I'm gonna say this. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 14. Then that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about everyone the doctrine, and by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie and wait to deceive. So yeah, exactly, man. That's what that which goes into that. Being called many, what is that? 2 Timothy, doctrines of devils, things of that nature. Yeah, no, man. So this is abide in the Most High, your house child doctrine, man. And let me say this too, man. And this, don't say it too, man, because all this too, because it's a balance to it too, because just because that goes into what we're gonna get into in James real quick. But just because like you see something like the Most High may but you had to be kind of stable too, because just because like you believe something before and you see that's why I'm even me personally, I'm reaching the level of spiritual maturity just because like you saw something beforehand, and like and you see something in the Most High in your house, reveal something new. Like you might be talk to a brother, or even for a sister personally, like I'm talking about sister, but somebody might say something to you, but in the word, like it's wow, okay, I see that way differently. You line it up, you study, go back, look at it for yourself, and like wow, I see it. Or the Most High in your house reveals it to you. You might watch a video, or know somebody personally, or things of that nature, or hear something like the Most High in your house will bring something to remembrance. Like okay, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with that, man. So like because understandings change. Probably like 1 Corinthians 13 says, but listen, as long as you have love, that's all that matters. But also too, man. But it's also too like okay, it can't be like okay, one day I believe this and the other things, but I believe this and never believe that. Like each day changes. Now that's kind of going like into double. Let's go into this James real quick, man. But but yeah, even though I'm talking about doctrine, man, don't because let me say it too, because we talked about this the whole time too, man. Just because like that whole doctrine, people use that, if any man not abide in this doctrine, that's not talking about a specific person's doctrine, a specific group, a congregation, camp, church, whatever fraction it is. It's not talking about that doctrine. It's talking about the doctrine. I think we talked about this of a while back, man. The Most High house shots doctrine. That's what it's talking about, man. It's not talking about like it's more talking about the Hebrew 6, like rather than when it says that in 1 John. It's not talking about like okay, this is my group, whatever. And I'm not talking about anybody particular, but no matter what fraction you're in, like in the word Christianity, Jehovah's Witness, things of that nature. Because listen, I was talking to Amla, a Jewish lady, at my job a while back, man. She said, listen, this how even in the word, like people just do this in general. That's just a thing people do in the word. Like I'm a Paul, I'm a this and that. She's saying like, listen, we're so divided, things out of nature. You have different people, they follow different rabbis. We're divided pretty much what Paul was doing. That's pretty much what we do, and we see this too in the word. Like different like congregations and camps, like they just go at it. Even in the Christian church, your pastor's not getting passed. This is a thing in the spiritual sphere that happened. So it is what it is, and nothing's new on the sun because of course, it was probably it was happening back then. But let's get to James chapter 1 and verse 6 real quick, man. Cause yeah, that's the line that the Ephesians that's why I gotta be deeply rooted in the doctrine of the Most High house, which we about to get, man. And that doesn't not mean, man. Listen, just because somebody doesn't believe the same thing as you, like you treat it, you be evil to them, be not brotherly or sisterly to them, showing them no love. Listen, it's all right, cool, man, because it's about the word. Because one, that's what the because listen, man, that's what that Sirach 1924, man. It says, or that's like no, not sorry, 1924. That's what like Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13. Listen, I have charity, I have nothing, man. So that's just is what it is. But let's get James chapter 1 verse 6. It says, but let him act in faith, nothing wavering, for he wavereth like a wave that in the sea that's like that. Let me read this one more time. But let him act in faith, nothing wavering, for he wavereth like a wave of the sea driven in the wind, tossed to and fro. That's what that is. And just going like that, we read in Ephesians, tossing to and fro every doctrine, man. That's people are a lot of people like outside the word too. They just that's why too, man. This is good because you know what it is too, and that's what goes into what we was talking about a few weeks ago, a while back, man. About like that happens, of course, a lot of times with people that because one that happens. That's why, like even like going to using the example of a woman again. That's why, like even a man too, for example, even for a man too, for this instance as well. But that's why, like too, a woman shouldn't go to a man to shouldn't have multiple men, shouldn't be dealing man to man. That's why, like in ancient world, even now, like more now, like in the Middle East or like certain places that still practice these things. Like, listen, no, that woman is just focused on how to serve that one man, because you know what she's going to do. Like, if a woman that's been man to man to man, she's going to want to create a Frankenstein's. Like, she's going to compare to she's gonna constantly compare, like she's gonna try to take each aspect of each man with her, and that's not good, conducive, especially to be a wife. So you could be married but not a wife in but that would line up with what, well, yeah, the Most High house I said in what Exodus 20, man. Like, listen, have no other gods, like before me, man. Or like he said in Joshua, man, like leave all those other guys you served in Egypt over there, man, because I'm not them. Because that's why even on that where you think that dynamic comes from, man. Like, listen, that's why, like, even a natural man is like, listen, don't compare me to the men you've been with. No, I'm not them. No, listen, you're me. I'm this, I'm that. I want this and this and that. Be focused on how to serve and please me, and that's how the Most High house is, man. That's what it is. Because that's what too, like because a lot of times too, like people that like have been dealt with like multiple gods, things in nature, it's the same dynamic pretty much, man. It's the same dynamic. So yeah, man, just making a point. But yeah, man, that's just it, man. Going James chapter 1 verse 6, it says, "But let him act in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave that is tossed to sea and driven with wind and tossed." So yeah, that's just is what it is, man. Yeah, man. So. But let's look to read that Sirach again. It says, "The evil wife yoke is shaken to and fro, and or he that holdeth her is like he that as though he has held a scorpion." So yeah, that's Yahushua. That goes into how Yahushua's yoke is like, man, and the doctrine, man. It's just like let's go Acts real quick, 2:42. Then we're gonna go to Luke real quick, man, because that's just is what it is, man. Yeah, Acts 2:42. It says, and they continue steadfastly. Oh, I could do, yeah. I might go into that too, but it's all good. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get that too after that. Luke 11. And they continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship and the breaking of bread and prayer. So yeah, what was this? Yeah, they continue steadfastly in what, in the light yoke, the doctrine of what, the Most High in Yahushua, man, the testimony, new covenant, like the grace and the truth that the Most High in Yahushua brought, how the testimony, how the word is about them, man, what they in faith, man. That's what it is. That's what they continue steadfastly. And no, let's grab this in Sirach 11. Then we're gonna go to Luke 11 real quick. Yeah. Because this all tie into like the Most High Yahushua's yoke being light, man. But let's get this too. Ecclesiastes, because it said they were steadfast in it. And in the, like we just mentioned, the New Covenant. It's Ecclesiastes, also known as chapter Sirach, not chapter, also known as Sirach 11, verse 20, says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant, yeah, be conversing therein, and wax old in thy work." So yeah, man. That's it, is what it is, man. Like, listen, like, David said, listen, I'll be in the house of the Lord all my days, man. Like, but it says, yeah, and enduring to end, and also too, Yahushua said, "I'm with you to end," man. So that's what means wax old, and even like what we talked about yesterday, Isaiah, "Seek me in your old age too," what wax old. But anyway, it said. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 20 says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work." So yeah, what covenant, man? New covenant, man. With the covenant, like the stuff they were steadfast in, man. The grace and mercy, and the truth that that the Most High Yahushua brought, man. The testimony, man. That's what it is, man. So Yeah, man. But let's look at this in Sirach one more time, man, because it's gonna say something key, man. Because that's why we know that Yahushua's yoke is light. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. Yeah, so like the evil wife, evil servant, unfaithful, man. Like he had hold of her as though he had held a scorpion. So yeah, let's grab this, because we're gonna talk about this again, Lord willing, how Yahushua's yoke is like. On that score. Let's get this too, man. Uh, 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 yeah, exactly. Luke 11, chapter, 11. If a son shall ask a bread of if a son shall ask bread of any of you that is his father, will he give him stone or will if he ask for a fish, will he give him a serpent or if he shall ask of an egg, will he give him a scorpion? Yeah. So will he give him a scorpion? Yeah. This is all Yahushua's yoke being like. Verse 13. If then being evil, now how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your heavenly Father give you the Holy Spirit to them that ask? To them that ask him. So yeah, man, exactly, man. So like, listen, Yahusha, listen, because the Most High and Yahusha is not rigid like that. The yoke is like, listen, why would he reward you with evil, man? That's it is what it is, man. When you're doing good, but why would he reward you with evil when you're being faithful when you ask for faith, man? And that also ties into what Yahusha said: if you ask anything in my name, I'll give it to you. What should we be asking for? More of the Holy Spirit, man. More of the faith increase, like what Mark 9 said. He said when the man said, "Listen, I believe, but help my unbelief," man. That's what Yahusha was talking about, and knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and all the other endeavors, things that you want to do. Most time Yahusha, they might hit you on the back end with that, man. But with that Matthew 6 say, seek the kingdom, inward kingdom, and the physical kingdom first. Then all these other things be added unto you. But yeah, man, that's what it is. That's God, and also too that Luke that 12. He said, well, will he offer him a scorpion? It says that the evil wife, that yoke is that she held a scorpion. That just goes into how the Most High Yahushua's yoke is like, man. So that's just what it is. I had something else to say, but kind of yeah, man. That's just it, man. That's just really it, man. This not shaking to and fro, man. Be faithful to them, the Most High Yahusha. That's why that John 7. Yeah, no, let's get that. Yeah, going not into be shaking to and fro and things of that nature, man. Because it says many will have crept unaware to deceive, even like we just read in Ephesians, man, and doctrine of devils, man. Now that's not going to okay, if they don't buy my doctrine, F them and this and that. No, man, you still treat them with brotherly sisterly love, man. But listen, okay, because it's about that, man. Like what 1 Corinthians 3:13 goes into, but the John chapter 7 real quick. It says 34. It says yeah, John 38. I'm sorry. He that believeth on me, as the scripture said, out his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So yeah, man, that's how it is, man. Not be shaking to and fro, man, and focusing on. Oh yeah, and too, that's like even that doctrine too. No, let me say this too, because I said this too. Shout out to the brother sent me first one because he said this as well perfectly, man. That's why I'm trying me personally. I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters as well, and other brothers scattered, brothers and sisters out there as well, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, not just me. I'm trying to reach a level of spiritual maturity, man. Because listen, I came in the conventional way. Listen, of course we're in listen, we're for the people of the book, things that nature, the instruction, law, statutes, commandments. But it's just it's more to it than that now. And what I'm realizing, it's really knowing the Most High House, who they are, but also too, man, and not focusing because especially when you first coming in, you're giving doctrine a lot, man. It is too, and that's why I even do the revised scriptures, because there's a lot of scriptures that I thought even I had said in person or even thought shoot, that was even wrong. Now I look back at it, man. But like the brothers assembly of firstborn said perfectly, man. When you focus on the testimony of the Most High Yahushua, man, you can't go wrong with that, man, because it's giving them the esteem if they're coming in the volume of the book. That's that's what it is. Because when you focus on doctrine, you're gonna have to go back on certain things, man. It's it's gonna have to it's gonna have to be be like, okay, because certain things might be right, but it's like, okay, cool. But now, but also too, you're reading it like the brother Akawar said. Shout out to brother Akawar and brother Elijah and brother Kwame Call Shalom, man, because like had to read it through the Most High Yahushua's perspective, man. You got to read it through because that's the testimony of them, man. But when you focus on doctrine, which I know is a lot, not only brothers and sisters, this is in the word, people in the word, like in the knowledge in the word, but also like different Christianity or like the Jehovah's Witness, because or them, because sometimes when I see some of the stuff, okay, cool, they just focus on, you know what? Let me take that back. Cause some Christians, they it's more different, like brother, sister in Christianity, or even the other fractions. Cause some of them, but I'll say Christianity for example, because when it comes to mind, they do focus on like the grace, because they did like the brother sent me first one, because it's always about the grace and mercy of Yahweh, of the Most High Yahweh, man. But this is not really with the accurate understanding. It's just like this is more like they don't touch on aspect from why, because I used to be in Christian church, but they don't touch on aspect of how your life is supposed to like mirror that. It's not okay, listen, like we do what we want, then we say the grace and mercy that of of the Most High House. I know it's not like that. So yeah, they just, that's the aspect of it. Not all of them for the most part, but because some actually do try to live by that, but they just don't have like that zeal that's not according to accurate knowledge. But yeah, I'll say that for that too. But yeah, man. But that's but pretty much, man. But when you focus on doctrine, that's what it is. But when you focus on testimony, if with the Most High in your house, man, you can't really go wrong with it because you're reading through their perspective. It's like, dang, it's talking about him, man. I'm just yeah, man, and it's crazy. It's a beautiful thing when the Most High in your house opens your eyes to that. Like, damn, okay, this talking about this. I see your house here. But it's like this, man. It's just like I always say it like this, man. The focus on doctrine, man. It's like AI. It's like technology, man. Like Styles P said in the interview real quick. Like he said beautifully, man. He said, listen, all that stuff is cool, but man, that can never replace like the human spirit, the human soul, man. Because it's something you can feel, hits your spirit. But AI, like it's like that, man. It's like technology. It's like AI. It's like with that. It's like, okay, with technology stuff like that, it's cool. It can get the job done and things, and it gets certain things done. But it's just more like robotic. It's more like it's not naturally. It's not flowing, man. It's just like it's just not like you can't feel it, man. Because he was talking. I think he was in the interview. He was asked about because they're coming out with thing where they said like with Tupac and Biggie and other deceased artists in music like that coming out with new albums. He said, yeah, that's I'm not really with that, man, because it's not that person. You're not gonna feel that person's. You're not going to feel that person's like feel them on the song. It's not going to hit you the same, man, because that's what focusing on actual doctrine is, like rather than like the testimony of the Most High House, the new covenant things in nature, man, because you can feel it for a spirit, for your soul, man. It's going to hit you like dang, but focus on doctrine, like because like look, I still think like Esau's so-called white man, so-called Caucasian, but focusing like because those things like when you first come in for me, you hear focus on then or different things. Okay, this. Like that's what the one thing you learn, or the John 3:16, this and that, like it's just kind of like more curriculum rather than like listen, like even though no, you still get instructed, it's still a curriculum in the testimony, but it's just different, like it's for the spirit, for you, for the faith to be increased, man. That's what it is. That's the example. I was actually thinking about that the other week. That's how it is, man. Like focusing on doctrine is more like AI, more technology, more robotic, rather than the the natural human spirit, natural human soul. That's what that new covenant is like, man. The word, the testimony is, man. So hopefully it's edifying for y'all brothers and sisters, man. So peace. Probably gonna touch upon some more things. So peace.